my personal Facebook, or not, at 5 o'clock today, we'll be live on my personal Facebook, and we'll be live on Funny&Amen Facebook, and also on Patron.
Okay. Well, hopefully if I can watch it here, I invite people.
Yeah, that's great. That's the point. Invite people. Invite the world. And you have good news to send out.
I'm sending some out right now.
What? Where do you go on that? Let me say a little prayer, guys, while we're kind of all getting
Sounds
ready.
great, homie.
Dear God, help me get this jacket on while I'm heading through these wires. And yeah, God, help us to spread some joy this Friday afternoon. Anthony and I are dressed up for a Friday night, ready to go out in town. So God, make that happen sooner or later. And help us spread some joy. First off, God, help us celebrate Anthony, an amazing filmmaker and friend and patron. And because really, what we celebrate and share and laugh at. And God, help us, we're not allowed to laugh. Help you laugh with him. Thank you for Chris, thank you for Derek, who without Derek's help, I would probably be right now. And God, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for the technology, God, for us to be quarantined, but yet together. And thank you for your son, Jesus, who brought a lot of joy to the dusty old world 2,000 years ago, and even more joy when he rose again. Thanks, God, for taking away the sins of the world, and apologize for the sins of my family. Thanks, God. Appreciate you. Thanks to Meg, too, who's here reluctantly to help me. And all the people on Facebook, God bless them this afternoon. In Jesus' name.
Amen, brother. Well done.
Sorry, but no, but if you want to come over here behind the laptop. Oh yeah, you don't be on Zoom. I just wanted. So guys, if you guys see something, there's up to 5 minutes. We're at the end of this countdown. As it's 5 o'clock exactly, we'll go live on Facebook. At that point, there'll be another 2 minutes of countdown. I just want them to experience the beauty of countdown. But we'll do. It'll come right into the teaser trailer, and then if you guys have any issues, Meg's here in the room with me, so you can text her. She'll. But have fun.
I'm looking forward to the struggle.
Hey, can you quickly go upstairs and grab me some? There's on top of the shoe cabinet. There's a big
By the way, don't show me. I forgot to dress up.
Chris, go ahead and turn off your camera.
Start with the seltzer here.
That is a fantastic fight.
It's the mustache. The mustache means Hollywood. Hey, baby. Are you in Hollywood or Haddonfield?
This is going to be a point of contention in my house for a while, I fear. My wife is struggling with the mustache, and I haven't felt this me in so long. I mean, it's yeah.
That thing is so new. I don't know.
It's going to be hard to go back.
I don't know.
Mustache. There's a choice to be made. That's tricky.
Or the gas.
That could be the cliffhanger.
I didn't know you would have that. It just seems like that's just perfectly weird to get out of it.
You would want to. It's hard to start here and then go to there.
It's a
very
nice.
lame.
It's, I mean, as a stash, maybe you can feel free to take those. So you refresh that video, that page, or the YouTube page. You should be able to see it live now. Oh, 10 seconds on Facebook. Dear God, please pray that Facebook sees these things. Wirecasting does not always have the best sync with Facebook.
Kevin, your audio is live.
Hey guys, my audio is live on the good enough. If you're joining us here on YouTube, praying a little bit, getting ready for the show. Derek, is it just me live on the show? You're hearing?
Oh, hello.
Hearing everybody.
Wow. Nice. If you're joining us early or sometime, as you gave me a peek, we're a minute behind, but my guest here is Anthony Werhun. Get to the show in just a minute, so stay tuned for a minute and 22 seconds. Actually, it's delayed, so 45 seconds.
Wait till they see us; they're gonna freak out.
TikTok.
You know, oftentimes this is my favorite part of the movie. Hopefully, it won't be the best part of this cast. The
So
rate, the
welcome.
calm.
Facebook fan, 10 seconds left.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You're going to watch a really cool preview right now. Welcome to the show! I'm Kevin Hackenberg, and welcome to Live from the Red Curtain. It's like the red carpet, but for quarantine and for virtual worlds like we live in today. I want to welcome my guest, Anthony Werhun. Say hi, Anthony.
Hello, Kevin, and hello, friends. It's great to be here, but in front of the red curtain.
There's no red curtain. You're in front of a wall. You don't look around. You're behind, in front of a wall.
What color is my wall? Well, it's red.
It's reddish.
It's a deeper,
darker,
bloodier red, but nonetheless red. So I've got nothing to correct.
Thank you for painting it for the show. That was wonderful.
I'm
Committed. So my guest here is a longtime friend, colleague. He's a client of mine, actually. And what's fascinating, Anthony is a wonderful filmmaker and a comedy lover. Anthony became one of the patrons, early patrons for Funny&Amen, and we want to thank you for all your continued support.
I thank you for what you're doing, my friend.
And just this week, here, locked in his house with his family, he participated in a, 24-hour film?
24-hour quarantine film festival. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Little something to do with the kids.
Yeah. They have a small role. You kind of hog the screen. We'll get to that.
A little bit.
What I decided that, I saw this film. It was an amazing film. And I thought every film needs a premiere. Am I right?
Brother, you're preaching to the choir. You're doing fine work here.
And every film needs a premiere, and this is a film, albeit made in a day and a couple minutes long. But
it's very short.
You shaved you got a new, very new facial hair going on for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it was a big sacrifice. For those who know me, my beard is stunning. There's just no two ways about it. It's a showstopper. Yeah, it's my best quality.
I've often admired
sacrificed. It. Thank you. I mean, I put work into it. You know, I subscribe to the newsletters. I have the beard balms. I take note. Of course, I subscribe to Bearded Man magazine, all of that stuff. So it's not easy. It's not easy to shed that all willy nilly. But if that's what the work demands, that's what the work must get.
So our friend Mark Jeff Shermer wanted to see this, and I want to get a picture of your beard here. So I'm going to roll some 8mm film on the new mustache. That's wonderful. And here's some of mine. My facial hair that right now is happening. This is my quarantine beard. I have not touched a razor since for 40 days. 40 days and 40 nights. Oh, you just fell over there. Let me stand up. Our superhero of joy, Jesus. So, yeah, this thing will kind of get trimmed or something. It'll be manicured next time we see each other on a film set. But I wanted to kind of take this hour to celebrate you, celebrate everything. At the beginning of the hour, we're going to just say a few things to kind of get into things. You know, one thing that we are, well, you guys came for the films, right? So we're not going to show the exact film yet. We'll show it twice this hour. So stay tuned, everybody at home. But what we're going to show now is one of a series of short films, commercials, if you will, that Anthony shared with me. They are amazing. Here, check us out from one of our sponsors. If you want to learn how to professional wrestle, now's the time for you.
What's keeping you from learning how to wrestle? Depression? Anxiety? Tough divorce? We'll put them in a headlock and take private wrestling lessons with me, Eddie Giacomar.
Posture, no more crying. Flexibility, able to defend your girlfriend. Street credit, a better public speaker. Diction.
Oh!
Sign up online today and don't forget about our fireman's discount.
Ask about the fireman's discount. You have to ask about the fireman's discount. I love the fact that you are giving back to our heroes of wrestling, firemen.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. If I can help out a fireman, I'm going to do it every single time. The false commercials. What a time, Kevin. What a time.
Give me. We're going to show like 4 of these. What during the hour? Yeah, when was this? This was last week. When did you do these videos on? Is that standard? Is that VHS?
Well, that is probably a 720 HVX, something like that. Now, the production quality was intentionally a little rough because these were we were really inspired by the absolute lowliest of lowly commercials. I think me and a couple of my associates, who you will see in the other false commercials, we're hanging out, being straight shooters one night, just enjoying some television. And, you know, some rough around the edges local spots will come on, as they will at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on Comedy Central or whatever you're watching. And it just sprung up to us like, I feel like we could do this and maybe do it a little better. We wanted to make really good, bad commercials and actually run them on air, which we did.
Really good, bad commercials. Some people that say that's about my cinematography. He's got a really good, bad cinematography. I appreciate that you keep hiring me because of the love you have for comedy. And you're like, look at that shot that Kevin thinks I'm going to buy.
You guys think it's out of focus, but it's so layered. It's meaning. Kevin's making a statement.
I am. Like I need glasses. So, I want to just say that, you know, we want to, here at Funny&Amen, we want to celebrate joyful cinema. We're going to just put up a little screen here that, you know, we're celebrating cinema of all sizes. and these are pretty small. You got some small. Some people would say things about you are small, Anthony, and I mean your comedy shorts, not other things.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, clearly that's just runtime. And that's going to be a theme here tonight. It's ironic. There's a lot more time in this build-up than there's going to be in the actual film. So don't blink. One of the rules of the 24-hour film fest was that it had to be under 2 minutes of runtime, which actually is a really fun thing from a storytelling point of view, because it's difficult to build a story arc within 2 minutes. I think it's cool they do that, because obviously I think it's mostly amateurs and students who are attracted to the film contest, and it's a really good platform to sharpen those skills. We did those for years when I was younger, around the era of the fake commercials, and really did actually get a lot out of it. Those are a lot of fun, as were the fake commercials.
Well, let's go check out one more of these commercials. But before we go, I want to let you guys know a couple things. Number one, if you want to support Funny&Amen, you can head over. We're bringing joy to the world through the comedy we do. But if you want to support Funny&Amen, you can go over to patreon.com/funny&amen. And tonight, any patrons that we get tonight and the rest of this week, the first month of your support will go to Anthony to support the stuff that he's doing. And I'll show you one more thing like this. Like we're all kind of using social media now to get back together with some of our friends. I see some of our, friends joined us. Caesar Augustus, good to see you. Jody Schultz, Michael Q. Breslin, Joe Mag, and Mary Harriet Paulson, Rashad Scott, Julie Ten. I just want to give some shout outs to the people that are joining us now. Michael Sweitzheimer, John Alvarez. Oh, wow. Hey, Shalea, and Pete and Kurt Crane. Good to see you guys. So
it's a dream team.
It's a dream team. Everybody's here. Everybody's on the internet. We can just gather together and just have fun. And you guys are coming to the red carpet to see this film premiere. But before we show you 2024, Anthony's new film, I want to say again, if you sign up to be a patron this week, everything that comes in this week will go straight to Anthony to support. I want to see more of what he's doing, like this. Check out another commercial, and remember, your class reunion is coming up soon.
Do you know what year it is, class secretary Gina Talia?
It's 2010, class treasurer Eddie Giacomo.
Wow, that must mean that it's time for the class of 2000 Gonzalez Lopez High 10-year class reunion.
Where's the time going? I know a lot of people don't have money since the factory closed. The tickets are only $10.
Wow, I'd pay $10 just to see class homecoming queen Jen Goldstein.
Or class vice president Larry Laskin.
Here's my $10 right now, Gene. And don't forget to ask about our fireman's discount. See you there.
Hey, did that class reunion happen yet? Because I have $10 and I'd like to go see class secretary Gina Tartaglia, or whatever her name was.
Gina Talia? I wish that Gina Talia had a different name, because Gene's name caused quite the scramble with the advertising network. So with the false commercials, we learned that it was amazingly affordable to run these commercials in a couple of counties locally. I mean, amazingly affordable, which was one of the things that drove it.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning, right?
At 3 o'clock in the morning, ish, But really, I'm just trying to poke a little hole in somebody's reality. I would like to be on the other end of seeing something unexpected like that, so let's have a go at it. That one almost didn't make it to air, and this is one of my favorite stories about the fake commercials and how it sort of infiltrated the real world. We submitted our fake commercials. I get an email back, right, from Spotlight with like 25 people CC'd. Whole lot of folks CC'd. And there's this ongoing debate that they want to bring me in on about whether or not they're going to play that specific commercial because of the name Gene Italia, which was not my idea, by the way. It was my cohort. It was a cute little word pun. I forgot that we even did it, but luckily it made it through.
So Gene Italia is not a real person?
Gene Italia is not a real person.
That'd be a terrible and wonderful name to have.
You know what? And let's be respectful, because I'm sure there's plenty of them out there, right? There's one of everyone. I'm sure there is a genitalia out there somewhere. They may not be watching, but the commercial did run. It was one of my favorites personally because I kind of really grew to enjoy that mustached character. And it's funny that we're showing the fake commercials because that really does come full circle with the little 24-hour film festival movie and the gentleman you see in front of you right now.
Well, I'm really glad that the corporate overlords of those big Comcast didn't really kind of like stifle people like Gina Talia from getting out there and getting her 5 minutes of fame, even though she's probably not real.
That is a picture of my mother from her early 20s. She was not pleased about that. But you got to take what you can get. Now, my favorite thing is the fact that business hours were spent discussing that commercial. And with all the people who are CC'd on that email, you have to realize like that thing was probably watched and rewatched in a weekly meeting, and they're rolling their eyes. Because I mean, it's not like we're big clients. We're probably spending $30 to run this thing 3 times, and here you are, you're CCing Bob and Janice and Mike, getting their opinion on it. That kind of made the whole thing worthwhile to me.
25 people. Well, the productivity of Comcast really dropped that day.
God bless them.
But the work environment, the spirit of the work environment was through the roof.
See, that's what I'd like to think. I'd like to think that it gave those people a story. Hun, you won't believe what I dealt with today. But I'll give a plug to Comcast Spotlight. They fully serviced that thing. They could have easily just tossed that out and been like, these guys are idiots, which would be valid.
Yeah. But
instead, they CC'd 20 people and had a big group conversation about it and worked the problem.
So the funboys.com is on all these spots that we're putting out there on the internet again. And if you missed them, you can check out them at our YouTube channel or our Patreon channel now if you're a patron. But did you guys have a whole website and stuff to go to like get more of this?
I'm curious about where the funboys.com is doing right now.
There's nothing there, unfortunately.
All right. Well, that's good. That's actually an improvement because at one point,
Gina Talia had her own site.
No, it's still up. So this is like a circa 2009 slick-looking Weebly website here. Pretty lowly, but better than I expected.
Can you share screen? Can you share screen it on our Zoom call?
Let's find out. Oh, look at this. Okay, ready? Oh, this is easy. Try it. Do you got me? Hold on. Desktop. Boom.
I see you staring at the camera.
I'm gonna make it happen. So yeah, it's actually pretty amusing. But it was hacked at one point. My buddy Bill Souders, who is the other gentleman who's usually out front with me in these commercials and our old comedic efforts. He informed me at one point that there had been a change. He went on the website. We hadn't been on there in a while, and it had been hacked by a Russian hacking posse.
Oh, Russian hackers.
Yeah, I kid you not. Luckily, it wasn't all that difficult to fix, but yeah, it was pretty gnarly. So
there's Russian hackers here on the Red Curtain. Are you talking about Russian hackers on the Red Curtain? It's crazy.
There is a direct connection. I mean, I've said what I said. Now it's telling me I cannot share the screen without quitting Zoom. So
we'll do that. We'll do that on the next one. On the next one. So let's do this. Let's go back, and some of our viewers have tuned in now for 18 minutes, and they are excited to hear us banter back and forth. But the Red Curtain is about premiere. We're gonna do this. It's a short film. We'll do it twice this hour, and I want to make a quick note again. If you haven't checked out Funny&Amen, go over to funny&amen.com. Check us out there, and our Patreon. patreon.com/FUNNYANDANEMEN, and you can become a patron. $4 a month. You can see all of our comedy videos, and including Anthony's, and everything that comes in this month will go to Anthony to support his family. He needs it because
the factory closed.
The factory closed. Yeah. Give them your 10 bucks. All right, so let's play. Let's see this thing, and we'll talk about it afterwards. I guess give us a little more update about 2024, where to come from. Give us a little background, and we'll show it once here.
So the parameters were: it's a 24-hour film contest, and the runtime of the movie had to be no less than or no more than 2 minutes. A friend of mine cued me in on it, and he was participating as well. So at the last minute, decided to do it. And the other rules were you had to incorporate a shoe prop. So we had to have a shoe in it. We had to have a line of dialogue, which was, has anyone seen my snack? And you had to have at least one shot in a bathroom. And other than that, you had to stay quarantined, not break any social distancing rules, only do it in your house, only use your family. So I thought about it for a little bit, and this is what I came up with.
That's awesome, man. All right, let's see what we got there, and here goes. Here we go. 2024 by Anthony Werhun.
Right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go.
I said purple.
Ah, there you go. All right, kids. Go eat your snacks. Oh, snap. The 6G update's available. All right, let's do this. That is a long disclaimer.
Hon, can you get the kids something to eat?
Go back to bed, honey. I already fed them. What up? I guess at least some of the 6G conspiracy theories were true. I am your 6G avatar based on your digital profile, which is extensive. So what's happening here? I'd like to offer you the opportunity to go ahead and stay here in Earth 2, our 6G digital oasis, while I take over the drudgery of your day-to-day. This is all to elect Trump to a third term, isn't it? Yep. That's dark, man. So what would I even get out of this? And why do you have a mustache? The answer to both questions, my friend, is freedom.
Mustache man, mustache man. So, tell the story you told me about your children and the mustache man.
And I'll bring them in here to say hello in just a few, so they can take their bow. But it was quite the sight. So the 24-hour film festival, obviously, that's a big rush. And I didn't start till 9 a.m. the morning that it was due. It was due at 6 p.m. So I'm hustling away to do it, and I used the kids for their scene, and I never actually showed them the movie. And then the next night they have the screening online and the awards, and it's announced that we won, which is amazing, right? So I go, hey kids, guess what? The movie won. And they're like, oh yeah, can we see it? And it hits me. I'm like, well, this is going to be a little bit weird. My 6-year-old's going to get it, my 4-year-old. So I show it to them, and it's all good. They're happy to see themselves in the kitchen. At the moment, we're on that very couch back there. All of a sudden, the second daddy just appears out of nowhere with the mustache, who seems to be a little bit sinister. My 4-year-old, I see him in my peripheral vision. Back up a little bit, because he's not sure what's going on here. He watches the whole thing with a little bit of a polite smile. You know, he's not really sure what to make of all of this. And then he just starts looking at me. And for the next 10 minutes, I tried to explain to him what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's not fully convinced that, mustache 6G digital man didn't somehow swap spots with that. And after all, mustache man is the only guy who's still here. So that was quite the moment. There was a little bit of sincere panic on the little guy. So it was effective in a healthy way. He was polite about it.
Bill German just tuned into the show, and
what a treat.
Bill, Anthony's gone. Now 6G Man is here.
It's an improvement, brother.
When he comes back to work, question everything. Question everything. We'll give some shout outs to Dave, our good friend Dave Deliza. I still don't know Dave. I'm so sorry. Gareth Wiley, how's it going from the UK and movies? Gareth from movies. And we have Sophia, Tara, Steve, Susie, Mark, Streepy. Good to see you again, Mark. And I can't even say that name. And Bessie Childs and Bodie and David and Rich Gretzinger. Hey guys, just so you know, hi Rich Gretzinger. Good to see you on the show here. And Rich was one of my guests on our Funny&Amen's podcast, Christians Who Drink Whiskey and Their Open-Minded Friends. And Rich came as an open-minded friend and had a great show about vulnerability. So if you haven't seen Rich's show about vulnerability, check that out. Rich is another cinematographer in the Philadelphia area. Great, amazing guy. And check that out. Hi, Bill Nicoletti. Good to see you also. So let's get on and show one more of the Fun Boys commercials. They are so much fun. I can't wait to see another one. And this one, let's see what we got here. Oh, first off, Anthony, let's go back. You said you found that the new website, the Russian hacked Behind the Red Curtain.
Well, this is the website that the Russians found so important that they needed to hack it. How that came about, I don't know. Let's see how we do here. I'm going to give it a shot. All right. Sharing my screen. Boom. Are we seeing the old Fun Boys website?
That's awesome.
It's pretty good, man.
Join us on Facebook. Facebook looks like so contemporary for when this website was built.
It does. It does. Look at these stallions. You can't go wrong. All the false commercials are here. Yep. This is pretty wonderful stuff here. So the Russians couldn't stop us. You can't stop America. You can't stop the Fun Boys. I feel inspired.
Stop America. You can make fake commercials and air them for $30 to people that still watch television. That's the message here. We lost.
Those are the people I care about.
Boys. People that still watch TV. They're the real. Yeah. They're real Americans. Real Americans. So, for those of you who were back in the early aughts, we're going to show you one more of these little fun jobbies. And I just want to say what you did, Anthony, for the people who write down their thoughts every day is amazing. From my show to this Zoom call to my heart to you, here is Digital Diary.
It doesn't feel very good when someone finds your diary, does it? Leaving a paper trail breaks the cardinal rule of diary writing. Your personal thoughts are far too valuable to be held in any book. When you use Eddie's digital diary service, your intimate thoughts are transferred safely from your heart to my ear, to my word processor, to my hard drive, to my heart.
I'm thinking about getting another cat. I'm thinking about naming him Purple. Or maybe Jake.
You may be asking yourself, will Eddie publish my intimate thoughts and feelings on the internet? Not a chance. When you use my service, you get my ironclad guarantee that neither I nor any of my diary buddies will ever publish any of your diary writings for entertainment purposes. So what are you waiting for? Tell me everything. And don't forget about our fireman's discount.
That was amazing. How's that business going? Is it still going? Is the word processor still holding up over the years?
Massive failure. Lost a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of respect in that business endeavor, But this is a country of second chances, Kev.
You earned my respect.
Thank you.
Because of putting your heart out there.
To my heart. I think that those power Bluetooths are due for a comeback, don't you think? I kind of
Yeah.
miss that.
We're all kind of wearing them here,
Yeah.
you know, almost like it here on the Zoom calls where we got to monitor the audio. It's kind of like, you know,
Right.
yeah.
Well, that was like, those were like the big 80s dangly earrings, and these are like little studs. You know, it's just like it's a fashion change. I think it's time to flip it.
Yeah, cool. Well, you know, Scott Curry wants to, he says that was funny.
Well, thanks, Scott.
Scott, there's nothing funny about people's diaries getting put out there for entertainment. No, take that
That's why
back,
I'm doing
please.
the work.
Well, Scott also asked, can I win an award? Well, here's the deal. Here on the red carpet is so expensive, and you have to celebrate these mega films. But here on the red curtain, we are looking out for the films of all sizes. Small ones, baby ones, big ones. So we actually are talking with other filmmakers who don't get their share. You know what's sad is that all these Oscars, they always go to these like tear-jerking, emotional roller coaster films. Where are the awards for the fun guys? Where are the awards, you know?
Well, the fun guys, we hate them. They were our rivals. We were the fun boys. Okay?
Oh, the fun boys.
So let's not bring them up again. I'll freak out. But I'm with you, man. Somebody should have been monitoring. Somebody should have been combing late night TV at 3 a.m. and keeping an eye out for those guys. We could have been something.
Well, let me just make this a public service announcement. If you have a short or long, a comedy film that you want to see featured, you want to get a premiere. Every film deserves a premiere, and Anthony has made films. So we're giving Anthony some premieres here on the red curtain. If you've got some films that you want to put on the red curtain and dress up, you know, to show off in a premiere, send them over. You can send us over here on Facebook. You know, there's lots of ways to connect. We're too connected these days. Just send the movies. I want to watch them. I want to laugh. If it's a terrible movie, I'll laugh at that. And I will not return your call. But what I would like to say is that we got one more Fun Boys film to show. And then we'll talk a little bit more about some other things. So let me show one more. What we got here? We got... Man.
I think it's time for some VCR repair.
Yeah. Just looking for where I put that. There we go. So I want to, we come back, we're going to talk about Anthony's new magazine he's launching and some amazing other things. So check out VCR repair. If you don't know what a VCR is, watch and learn, people. Here we go.
Richard, what time is it?
I don't know.
Tired of calling the VCR repairman every time the power goes out? Well, we'll put a stop to that. Take the power back from your VCR repairman and gain control over your investment. Your VCR. Here at VC Artists, we care about your VHS success. We're not like other VCR repair schools. You won't find frustrated instructors and intimidation tactics at our seminars. So join me and my team of VH experts for our 8-week seminar.
Richard, what time is it? Oh, I forgot. The power went out again.
It's 5:45, dear. Seminar financing is available, and don't forget about our fireman's discount.
The fireman discount. Always there's a fireman discount. It's so wonderful, Anthony.
Man, that's the spirit of the whole thing. If we can make Fireman's Day a little bit better, we're doing something right, brother.
What you did for firemen with the Fun Boys was, man, it moves my heart. I really want to just... during that, I was just thinking inspirationally. I pulled up the camera. I was like, what can I film? What can I make to kind of, you know, get this show on the road and make more films like that? It's so wonderful. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that. It was my first premiere where I got to go barefoot. So that's what I did. Anyway.
Did the whole outfit on or just the top?
Well, I can't.
Pajama pants. That's what I'm betting.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah,
great
no.
though. It's an unbelievable set. I'm honored to be here.
I did put the pants on. They were kind of like, a little snug around the bed. This is the wedding. This is the wedding tux.
Wow.
Still fits. I made some room for it. So some more people are joining us. Scott Curry's going to see what he's got for us. Joanne Phillips Burster, good to see you, and Edwin and Michael Leonard. Welcome.
And I got to give a shout out to Hollywood Dan Turoff, who I know is watching from sunny Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles. Oh, so sad
right.
that their red carpet experiences are not happening right now. But that's why we bring the red curtain to you, so that you can.
You're filling the gap,
them.
man.
I'm filling the gap. You know.
Everyone,
and
let's just take a moment to appreciate this. Look at what this man has done with this set. I mean, this is just phenomenal. Jimmy Kimmel should be taking notes. All of them. This is top-notch stuff, Kevin. You're really making.
I hope none of my clients are on because I was kind of not slacking on some other things. But to build this set in my own house, it's fun. Anyway, so check out. Hey, if you want to check out, if you have little kids and they're into books, my daughter Asher just launched a YouTube channel reviewing books. You can check those out. You'll see a similar background, ironically. But we're gonna check this out. So, Anthony, tell us a little bit about the magazines. There's a couple images I'm gonna pull up here.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, we got this thing called Broken Man, and I got an image of looks like this guy Paul Bradburn, and it's coming out to the screen now. You'll see it on the stream in a second, but it says "Summer's here." There's just a lot of great images. So you made some Broken Man magazine. Tell us about Broken Man magazine.
Broken Man magazine was born. I think that was something that just popped into my head during ironic moments when, as a father of three and a busy man will, sometimes you just become a broken man. And it just seemed like a funny idea that was floating around in my head. Mr. Paul Bradburn, who was on the cover of Broken Man, who you just mentioned, had a little something to do with me actually jumping in and doing it because we were traveling. I think we were in Chicago where that picture was taken. Mr. Paul Bradburn will often sit in so I can take a look at frames when we're filming, and he has the most soulful sit-in eyes I've ever seen. I mean, there are moments I'm like, hey, Paul, just over and look here, and he'll get lost. And sometimes, different moods. There was on this particular day, he just looked like he was, sadly reminiscing about lost boyhood youth or something. There's a moment of true sadness. So we just took the photo, and then I'm hanging back in the hotel or wherever. I started to come up with some captions. It got a pretty good response. And the next thing you know, I'm designing fake magazine layouts. So that's really the takeaway. I'm a fraud between the fake commercials and the fake magazines. I've got a whole false life that I'm just very proud of.
I knew that about you. It's all sham. It's all sham, Anthony. Shame on you. Shame on you. Other shame goes out to you with this other one. Oh, Submissive Posture magazine. When Broken Man failed, Submissive Posture magazine came out. Tell us about Submissive Posture magazine.
Well, I often feel bad about my posture, which I do feel is unfortunate and often submissive. So in self-deprecating fashion, I just figured that I would go ahead and spew that out into the world. And it amused me. And again, a beautiful subject in the lovely and talented Mitch Martinez. Once again, traveling on the road, he was willing to curl up in the fetal position in a hotel hallway, and magic was made, I'd like to think.
So Mitch Martinez in a hotel room on Submissive Posture magazine.
He was a willing subject.
We've only been on the road once, and I don't remember. There was some late nights, and I don't remember. Maybe I was in a submissive posture. I don't know.
Ooh, we'll have our time. On the other end of this quarantine, we'll get you on the couch, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway, so we are. Asher posted in the Facebook her link I think it might have been her mom doing that. Asher's not on the internet all that often. But yeah, so tell us about quarantine. Let's talk about quarantine a little bit. Everyone's in this thing together. You know, what do you miss about the real world?
I miss having tasks to do, like having a shoot, right? An all in. It's going to have a beginning, a middle, an end. You're going to see people. There's going to be an arc to the day. There's going to be things you can't control. You will then appreciate being able to just sort of sit back in your domicile because you've had to do things you didn't want to do for a couple hours and work and solve problems you didn't expect to solve. There is something very, very, very therapeutic about work that is hard to fully recreate at home. Although we try, right? We dress up in our suits and our tuxedos and we do things, and that's good. But I do miss, I miss the camaraderie of being on set and working. And I'm sure a lot of people in our industry can say that right now. And of course, gathering with friends. There is nothing better than just having a meal, having a drink with good friends. But God bless technology. It is wonderful to be able to do things like this. And I'm sure, have you been doing meetings with your friends? You just had any sit back and chill for a couple hour?
Yeah, we do a Taco Tuesday, and that has been wonderful for our kids. I feel like our kids are taking advantage of the technology more than we are. But Taco Tuesday, and we'll stay up late, just chilling with friends. But it's not as, I think it's interesting because there's a lot of the newness of their life is not as new, you know. So there's, I think, just sitting back and what's new, you know. It's like we're all kind of doing the same nothing together. So. That's me anyway. I like like you said, I love the input of life and going here and there. And I think there's something that's therapeutic for me to just get out, go, having a shoot, having a call time and getting up in the morning. Let's face it, there have been some sleeping in moments here.
It can be lonely. Yeah.
And so yesterday we took the kids and went out to a field and played soccer for half an hour. It was just like, that was amazing. And then there's
23 and a half more hours.
Yes.
That's the
what
growth,
do you do with it? Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's I'll tell you, this is the time I might need to dust up the old false commercial brain and jump back into it. You know, there's a call out, Mr. Bill Souders, Dan Turoff, Mr. Tim Daniels, my original collaborators on the false commercials. Let's get the wheels.
Are they watching? Are they watching right now?
Some of them are.
Oh, you guys got to do some more reunion. I got $10 for a reunion. $10 for a reunion. So, yeah, let's watch. If you tuned in late, I want to show you one more of my favorites. It's almost the witching hour where we play 24/24. Some of you guys tuned in. We showed it once. It's so wonderful and bite size, or it's like a fancy hors d'oeuvre. But we're going to show that again. But before, let's go back one more time to my favorite. My favorite is the wrestling lessons. I want to take the wrestling lessons. When you guys, there's so many of these businesses you guys started and launched the commercials for them. I just want to experience them. So let's go professional wrestling.
What's keeping you from learning how to wrestle? Depression? Anxiety? Tough divorce? We'll put them in a headlock and take private wrestling lessons with me, Eddie Giacomo.
Posture, no more crying. Flexibility, able to defend your girlfriend. Street credit, a better public speaker. Diction.
Oh!
Sign up online today and don't forget about our fireman's discount.
I'm a fireman. Put me in. Look at that vein. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's real deal.
That was like, wow. I know I could be the fireman like that. Anyway, so wrestling, that was fun.
It was fun. Something I'm passionate about.
I think there's got to be more chaos. This is the main voyage of the red curtain show, and I just feeling there's going to be more chaos involved. But let's go back to why we're all here, is to celebrate the premiere of 2024. Anthony, we didn't talk about the awards This thing's an award-winning film. Tell us about that.
It won the film festival, which was a really cool surprise because it's a weird little flick, and you never know how those things are going to go. So yeah, what a neat thing to be able to do during the quarantine. And as I've learned over the years, me and my buddies, the many different little film contests that you do, you never know how those things are going to fall. So it's always cool when you can win one of them. And a shout out to my buddy James Dowd who wrote me into doing the contest, and he won third place with his film. Also amazing work as we're fending off children and trying not to anger our wives too much by our absence.
Thanks, James, for being the second loser and inviting Anthony to the show.
That's horrible.
What do you want to bring in your co-stars, or tell me about your co-stars a little bit?
Oh, I'll tell you about them. So I've got my appearing in the film, at least the back of their heads. We have Mr. Miles Werhun, Gavin Werhun, and Haley Werhun. I will bring them in. Perhaps when the film finishes, I can have them here to take a bow.
That'd be great. And we can ask your little one if which dad you actually are, because I don't trust you. I think that somehow you came from the future and got 6G technology, and it's over. So yeah. So let's watch 2024. You ready?
It's right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go.
I said purple.
Ah, there you go. All right, kids. Go eat your snacks. Oh, snap. The 6G update's available. All right, let's do this. That is a long disclaimer.
Hon, can you get the kids something to eat?
Go back to bed, honey. I already fed them. What up? I guess at least some of the 6G conspiracy theories were true.
I am your 6G avatar based on your digital profile, which is extensive.
So what's happening here?
I'd like to offer you the opportunity to go ahead and stay here in Earth 2, our 6G digital oasis, while I take over the drudgery of your day-to-day.
This is all to elect Trump to a third term, isn't it?
Yep.
That's dark, man. So what would I even get out of this? And why do you have a mustache?
The answer to both questions, my friend, is freedom.
And we're back.
All right.
Anthony, I thought you were were in the movie. Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Cast. Here comes the
all-star
cast.
cast is coming in here.
The cast and crew.
That's right. We got the whole crew. And as you can see, fully dressed for the red carpet. We've got the tie.
Oh, wow.
The dress. It's the lovely and talented Haley Werhun, Gavin Werhun, Miles Werhun, and Laura Werhun. Right?
Thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks for joining us on the red carpet. You guys look amazing. Who are you wearing?
Are you wearing, Haley, say Elsa.
Elsa.
She's wearing Elsa. That's
Elsa,
right.
of course. Oh, Elsa. Wow. What a great person to be with on the red carpet.
Elsa. So, Gavin, we were talking earlier about how you had an interesting response when you finally saw the movie, right? You were a little confused about whether there was one dad or two dads. What do you think happened in the movie? Another dad came from outer space.
Gavin, is that your real dad? Are you sure that's your real dad?
Yes. This is real daddy?
Oh.
No, I don't know. He looks different to me.
Oh.
Laura,
smart though, because right, it is what it is. So
your mom,
nice.
Gavin, your mom will know if he starts actually cleaning up around the house and helping out more. She'll be the one to tell you.
She's totally doing her social after for you. She's performing. Look at this. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great job. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Your dad hugged the screen. You guys only came in and did he cut your lines or cut your screen time?
You know, they're actually very difficult talent, right?
Shockingly.
Remember
They're
Dad was
agents.
trying to get you guys to help him with the movie, and you weren't so happy about it, right? But it was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And is it pretty cool to be on the red curtain? Look how red that curtain is. It's crazy red.
And I'm all dressed up. This is a big deal. You guys don't even know how amazing a deal this is.
It'll take years for them to process what's really going on.
And then when they finally do, they won't quite understand it.
Exactly. Yep. We're only lucky if we understand a little. Thank you, guys, for joining us. Can you guys say thank you to Mr. Kevin for putting on this wonderful show?
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you for joining me on the red curtain. That's wonderful.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Wonderful, gang. Wow, man. You got to yank her off the stage.
So, guys, if you guys want out there in La La Land or cyberspace, if you guys want to have your film premiered on the red curtain, please reach out. We'd love to show off films of all sizes and celebrate them here on the red curtain. And Anthony, thank you so much for being with us. I wanted to say, you're a patron of Funny&Amen, and there's so many things that are happening in the world now where different industries are changing massively before COVID-19 and now especially with it. And so your patronage every month means a lot. I want to say personally thank you, and thank you to all our other patrons out there in wherever you're at, all over America. We appreciate everybody who contributes to Funny&Amen. What we're trying to do is to just spread joy. For me, the joy comes from Jesus, and this is a resemblance of him. This is not really Jesus, but comes from seeing the joy and that he experienced, in his life, and get the giving he gave. So I just want to give to you guys and give to you, Anthony, because you've been a great friend, colleague, and client, and patron now. And also wanted to give you honor because you took a whole day, got with the family, and worked on this film. It's really amazing little project. I think it's really, when I see quality, I just love to celebrate it. And so thank you for making it.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And thank you for giving us the platform to have fun with it here and hopefully bring a couple smiles. And it really is great, all the things that you are doing. Keeping that joy, the joy of Christ, right? Keeping that going in quarantine. Doesn't matter what the circumstances are. We're good.
Yeah. So just some other news. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, some of the people that already tuned in. I saw Dave Winston on the show earlier, checking it out. We got a great podcast called Christians Who Drink Whiskey and Their Open-Minded Friends. You don't have to be a Christian to be on the show. We got some amazing stories talking about life and whatever you're into, and then also always talking about Jesus or religion or whatever you want to talk about in that moment on the show. So check out our podcast on Funny&Amen's YouTube channel and wherever podcasts are found. And you can also go over to our Patreon, Patreon, patreon.com/Funny&Amen. You can find it in some of the descriptions. And over there, there's some exclusive content. A film that we just released called Kevin or Keith is over there now. It's inspired by when I was pitching a Hollywood executive and he prayed for me by the wrong name. So check that out over on our Patreon. There's a lot more over there that you can check out, see, and do. And our podcasts are over there a week early, all that stuff. Again, any patrons that sign up this week, we are going to funnel that over to Anthony to support him and all his work. And we just want to see joy spread across the world. And so that's why we're here at Funny&Amen. Funny story. When I say Funny&Amen to some people, they tell me it can be abbreviated F&Amen, and they get a chuckle. I don't understand the joke, but it seemed to like abbreviating things to get a laugh. So F&Amen, Funny&Amen, check it out there. Anthony, thank you for being on the show. There's about 6 minutes left. Why don't we play the movie one more time? It's so wonderful and short, and then I'll come back and we'll celebrate your favorite Fun Boys short film. We'll play that. So here's 2024 one more time for our viewers at home.
It's right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go.
I said purple.
Ah, there you go. All right, kids. Go eat your snacks. Oh, snap. The 6G update's available. All right, let's do this. That is a long disclaimer.
Hon, can you get the kids something to eat?
Go back to bed, honey. I already fed them.
What up?
I guess at least some of the 6G conspiracy theories were true.
I am your 6G avatar based on your digital profile, which is extensive.
So what's happening here?
I'd like to offer you the opportunity to go ahead and stay here in Earth 2, our 6G digital oasis, while I take over the drudgery of your day-to-day.
This is all to elect Trump to a third term, isn't it?
Yep.
That's dark, man. So what would I even get out of this? And why do you have a mustache?
The answer to both questions, my friend, is freedom.
Freedom! It's about freedom. 5G, 6G, about freedom. Freedom! So, welcome to the red carpet, red curtain, rather. And if you're just tuning in now, you're too late. You missed the whole thing. But James Fine and Rhonda Van Wyck and Betsy Gromniak, sister and patron, thank you for being here. As well as Joe Ray, Popology brother. Whoop, whoop. We're going to show one more. Anthony's going to pick the last Fun Boys video we watch, and then we're going to tune off, and you can check out everything here on our Facebook. By the way, Scott Curry mentioned let's see the Jesus and Mary video. Today's not about Funny&Amen. It's about Anthony, Scott. Give Anthony his props. It's his day. His special day.
It's a lot of pressure.
Please. But if you want to see the Jesus and Mary video, it's a comedy video that even my non-Christian friends thought went too far. So check that out on our YouTube channel. And if it's not there, it's over on our Patreon for sure. If you're a patron, sign up today. Tiny dollars. And this week they all go to Anthony anyway. So we're going to support him. So Anthony, so much. Thank you for having us on the show.
Thank you.
Wait, thank you for being on my show. It's my show. Wait, thank you for being on Live at the Red Curtain. Thank you.
Thank you for being such a wonderful host. And by the way, I had no idea that there was going to be the donations would in any way be coming my way. That's amazing, amazingly generous. And I might as well take the opportunity to say what would happen with said dollars. I'm currently working on a documentary about James Hemings, who is a lost figure in American history. It is a really, really amazing project. He is the lost culinary founding father of America. One of the best stories that has never been told. And I'm really excited about it. I've partnered with an amazing chef, Chef Ashbel McElveen, and we are. I'm doing lots of editing these days, but there's still more work to do. So any support with that is absolutely amazing, unexpected, and that's great. Thank you so much for having me here. It has really been a good time.
Yeah, you got some other shows in the works too. Some really cool projects in the works, and so I hope to see you back soon here on the Red Curtain to premiere whatever film, short, long, or series that comes your way. And Arnita the Shield we're talking about doing a project together. Hi, Arnita. Thanks for joining us here on our Facebook channel. If you guys are watching on YouTube, leave comments over there. And just this is so much fun. So Anthony, you're all dressed up. Friday night, where are you going to go?
I'm going to go eat dinner in the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Might put the kids to bed a little bit, then maybe space out on the deck if it's not raining. Yeah, nice little evening. If I'm lucky, be good. Watch some Netflix. That's all I got, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch some Funny&Amen.
What? Yeah, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to my buddies, the Coen brothers, and we're like this.
They're watching right now,
and this is Joel and Ethan. But their movie Hail Caesar is, I just watched that on Netflix the other night. Oh, what a great film! So check out Joel and Ethan's Hail Caesar on Netflix. That's my shout out. You got something you watched or binged lately?
Well, I got to say, we all know about Joe Exotic, so I guess there's no reason to go there. I have been catching up actually on a lot of just miscellaneous documentaries. I've been doing the Amazon Prime thing a lot, which has been a good time. Haven't been doing the shows. Ozark, the new season of Ozark. I'm midway through that. Anybody who hasn't gotten into that.
I've gotten off the Ozark trail a while ago, but it's so good.
Bro.
Jason Bateman, I mean, just all the time.
And I just finished up the new season of Better Call Saul. And there are some people out there who were Breaking Bad people, but for some reason they don't have time for Saul. I highly suggest you reconsider if you are one of those people.
All right, cool. So of all the Fun Boys shenanigans that we've featured tonight, which is your favorite?
You know, man, especially in times like these, you take solace in the past when things were warm, when you had your people around you. And to me, that's high school, right? So the Gonzalez-Lopez class reunion 2000 has a special place in my heart.
To my heart, to my camera, to my mixer, to my streaming device, to my internet. Back to
all my subscribers. Back to my heart.
To you out there on the internet. You got to check this out. This is, yeah, I thought the wrestling one, but the more I watched it, all right, watch this. Check out Anthony's work, The Fun Boys. Here we go.
Do you know what year it is, Class Secretary Gina Talia?
It's 2010, Class Treasurer Eddie Giacomo.
Wow, that must mean that it's time for the Class of 2000 Gonzalez-Lopez High 10-year class reunion.
Where's the time gone? I know a lot of people don't have money since the factory closed. The tickets are only $10.
Wow, I'd pay $10 just to see Class Homecoming Queen Jen Goldstein.
Or Class Vice President Larry Laskin.
Here's my $10 right now, Gene. And don't forget to ask about our fireman's discount. See you there.
So we're back with audio. We're celebrating cinema of all sizes. Funny&Amen is here. We are here to bring joy to the world. And if you become a patron tonight, 100% of your first month's pledge goes to tonight's filmmaker, who is Anthony Werhun.
Amazing, Kevin.
Cheers. All right, cool. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us on the show. And I just had a good night. I'm all dressed up. I'm going to go to the living room because we're still social distancing. So if
we're living the quarantine dream right here.
Oh, baby. Right? We're rocking the red curtain.
This is
all right, guys. Have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you guys very, very soon.